Is it the microphone that
No.
shows you now?
No, I think that's
Or is
just
this the
speakers.
condense?
No, none of that,
Really?
no.
Yeah,
That Realtek, ASIL, that's something on the machine.
that's something on the computer. It's got nothing to do
Probably
with
the
this
sound
setup.
card on the computer, nothing to do with.
Because that one is the only source for capturing audio that I have turned on at the moment, and Luke is registering. You good? Okay, can you hear me? Jeff, hey, what's up? Okay, so it must be this one. Hey,
No, well, no, it could be the USB.
hey, it's all the way up. Can you hear me?
I mean, that level's much louder than it was.
Okay, and I'm gonna keep it on this one. Hey, hey, hey. Okay. Okay, now I'm talking. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay. Hey. Okay, I'm talking now. So it's really low? Yeah, okay.
Hey, testing on the microphone. Do you hear me? Testing. Testing the microphone here on the digital breaking news desk. Darren, everything going all right in your world? Oh, well, maybe it's that far delayed?
So, here's a few. I'm not really sure what that is, or why it shows two different microphones, and which one's which, if there's setups or anything like that. You also have the variability of the microphone and where you're sitting and all that stuff. If you're trying to figure out if things are being encoded at the right volume, you should be able to just punch up, forget about the microphone, just punch
By fire rescue. There was a third victim that almost fell, but he was able to hold on to something, and several workers were able to assist him, and he was not injured.
And that fourth worker was able to climb to safety. Now, the Orange County Sheriff's Office saying the hotel is under construction. It's not a Disney property, but it is near the Magic Kingdom. Scary moments for those workers. Louis.
All right, Nicole, thank you. For the second time in 2 months, a no-swim advisory has been issued for Crandon Beach North. Water samples, once again, showing high levels of fecal bacteria that can be very harmful to humans and animals. Beachgoers are urged to stay out of the water until further notice. A couple in California seeing red after their 5-year-old son was forgotten after school and wound up walking home all by himself. This happened on the first day of school on Monday. Little Jackson Kirby was supposed to be escorted to an after-school program after his first day of kindergarten. That's not what wound up happening.
He said, "Mommy, I made it home." I was like, "Jackson, you're supposed to be at school. Why did you take your phone?" I thought he took his phone to school. He said, "No, Mommy, I'm at home." I said, "Who brought you home?" And he said, "Nobody. I walked."
That way, right there.
You walked that way?
And then which way?
Then I went around there.
And then what?
Then when I went to the park, I went go straight. I went straight. I turned a turn.
Well, smart and brave for a 5-year-old, but Jackson wound up walking more than 2.5 miles all by himself. His mom and dad showed up after school yesterday to make sure he got to where he was supposed to be. The school principal was also seen at the front gate, making sure students were properly looked after. 2 whales who beached themselves
Right now.
just offshore of Sand
This
Key
is
are now at the
this would be
local
better
river
than a lavalier.
in Sarasota for care.
Holding it right
Clearwater
here.
Marine Aquarium team has been
No,
able to
really?
sterilize those distressed
Wow,
whales.
it's pretty-
These are
it's pegging
melanated
here.
whales. They look a lot like
So,
dolphins. They're
a
usually
lot-
found in
the-
deeper water, so
the,
it's not clear why they were so close to shore. Red tide
that's still
emergency
nothing?
on Florida's west coast.
So, I mean, a lavalier would be convenient because
Trouble
trouble
on the
with your
track in
hands and you
Pennsylvania,
won't have to
career
lean
train
in,
caught
but I
fire
don't think
near
you'll
the
get
Glenside
better audio
station.
with a
Just a few
lavalier.
miles north of Philadelphia, smoke could be seen billowing from the front car, but authorities say there were no passengers on that particular car. No one was hurt.
Coming up, a monitor menace keeping people on edge in one Broward neighborhood.
And keep me on this too. That's because this big guy, well, he keeps popping up in people's backyards, and we have new information about this lizard. That's all new at 6.
Dramatic dash cam video showing a 4-car crash involving a police cruiser. We'll tell you how many people were hurt coming up.
Plus a big rig wreck. Look at that, caught on camera, an 18-wheeler rolling over on the highway, and police say this was caused by road rage. We'll explain next.
Wow, but first, a live look outside from all of our weather cameras. We love to see this. We don't love to see the rain.
Looking gray and gloomy, and it looks like that's par for the course this holiday weekend.
No! Boo!
Betty Davis, I'm with your forecast. Come on.
So I'm gonna say set. Master level 4.
Can I offer a suggestion?
And
This is going to be revolving doors trying to figure this out. Everyone has 10 minutes. Let's go to the shop. We'll work through this problem.
Okay.
The
Hello.
problem is you're looking at it through 1,000 layers. You need to figure out where this is going wrong so we know who to address. So if you get, Randy's going to go show you where I'm at, which is everything prior to Wirecast.
All right,
We
let's
can
go.
at least determine where things are.
He just brought it up 4 dBs on the.
On the box.
If you want. But at that point, I'm out. Because I set the levels. I've only been doing this 30 years. So you're making level adjustments on a box that sits. I'm trying, man. I got a million things on my plate. Exactly my point. So I would love for us to rectify this on an engineering level and say, look, the levels are what they are, and we're all happy up until it gets into the end code. At that point, no offense, you can stop calling me. Because I don't support this box, I don't support Elemental, and I don't support YouTube. But every time there's a problem with YouTube or Elemental or the Wirecast, people go back and start changing mic levels. There's nothing to do with it, man. Nothing to do with it. I can prove that if anybody wants to take 5 minutes, or we can continue circling around.
And you don't have to prove anything.
Okay.
I mean, there's no, we're not
But
down.
I'm trying to get it fixed, because what you got to realize, there's 100 moving parts between the microphone and your speaker. And if nobody really takes the time to figure out where it's going wrong, you just
Right. Well, what
throwing
I'm
shit
saying
against the wall and making adjustments.
Pre-rolls, I put this into a live stream on our website. I mean, it's not live, but I played it, and even the ads that have nothing to do with this, the pre-rolls are low. You can't hear them. So I'm just wondering.
I've no doubt.
So it's not this, so where's the? That's a
I would
grand
learn. My point of demarcation is when it comes out of this box as a USB feed into a piece of software that I've never looked at nor have permission to log into. If that needs to change, if somebody tells me, if you signs my check, you need to learn how to use Wirecast, man. Get me a manual, I'll sit down and learn it. But that's never happened. That's what all you guys do.
Well, nobody really signs your check. But you know, okay, well, I just don't know where to start.
I say start at the beginning, get up to the
But
point
what
where
do I do?
Randy Carpenter is going to show you that the levels that we're setting in this piece of hardware, everyone can nod their head and go, sounds good, we like it. If it looked like this on the web, we wouldn't be pissed off right now. And at that point, I'll say, hey guys, the output of this box, where I just showed you we're all happy with, goes into a box that's not mine anymore.
So when we go back there to monitor this, what are we actually hearing? What's the
He's going to cut between the control wheel and the control room when it's punched up. I'm going to cut the silence.
Caught on camera, a road rage incident leading to a tractor-trailer crash in New Jersey. Dashcam video shows the big rig as it hits the median and flips on its side. Police say the trucker lost control after another road-raging driver cut him off. Both drivers were charged with reckless driving.
Cameras were rolling in Ohio when a police officer was involved in a dangerous crash. Now you're going to watch to the left of your screen. A driver in an SUV briefly goes into the opposite lane of traffic, clipping that blue car, sending it into the cruiser, which then crashed into a telephone pole. That officer and 2 others were taken to the hospital. No word on their conditions. And a Baltimore police sergeant is temporarily off the force after video showed him punching a woman and throwing her to the ground. That woman turned out to be an off-duty police officer. Officers say she appeared to be drunk and was disorderly. But when she tried to tell the sergeant she was a cop, witnesses say he attacked and arrested her. That sergeant has been suspended pending an investigation.
A hot dog stand in New York City creating a lot of buzz yesterday. Here's why. A swarm of bees traded their hive for the umbrella of a hot dog stand in Times Square. Look at that. Witnesses say the bees came so quickly, some are wondering if it was all staged.
I don't know if they're shooting a movie. I know they're probably not shooting a movie, or if there's a bee infestation. It's a bee infestation. Okay, that's scary. I'm scared.
Wow, well, it took a beekeeper from the NYPD just 30 minutes to remove all those bees safely Why does the NYPD have beekeepers? That's a bigger question.
I didn't even know they did
You
have
know,
one.
it's important to save the bees, so I'm glad that they were, humanely taken off that cart and brought somewhere else because our bees are endangered. So, good for the bees.
Let's turn to weather now.
There's buzz about the weather right now. Lots to buzz about, huh, Betty?
There is. We've had a little shower to run into the Broadwalk. You can tell it's wet out there, and the people are gone. They vacated just like that. So showers strolling in off the ocean. 86 is the temperature in Miami, Fort Lauderdale at 80 degrees. The breeze generally from the east or east-southeast, and we stay in that easterly flow for tomorrow, by the way. If you are making plans to go to the beaches, just know that the rip current risk is moderate. If you're taking the boats out, no advisories on the waters, but small craft, definitely exercise caution. Seas running about 2 to 3 feet off Miami-Dade and Broward. Meantime, if it's not the rip current risk keeping you out of the waters, then it's the showers just keeping you off the beaches altogether, or at least sending you away, as we just saw. Little shower, there it is, cruised on across Hollywood Beach, and that should be making its way away and translating inland. There's a shower pushing away from Miami Gardens. Kendall, now we see this shower coming in around Kendall Lakes and the hammocks. They're spotty showers, sort of a nuisance. We're stuck in this flow that will from time to time offer up some of these showers, even for parts of the Keys, as we just saw there on the Doppler radar. The forecast for the evening, we don't want to say rain everywhere, but we know we cannot rule out one of those passing showers. Meantime, we're keeping an eye on the tropics, and specifically a tropical wave following that one down near the eastern Caribbean Sea that tracks toward the west-northwest. Ultimately, this disturbance is going to bring us a better chance for rain. Right now, it looks like it's going to happen on Labor Day, but before it even arrives, we'll have some showers in the forecast, but also some dry time on Saturday if you're trying to plan. By Sunday, the disturbance close, right over the Bahamas, still east of us though, showers are going to be possible. So that's the scenario for the European model, which, by the way, does show heavy rain showing itself over us in association with that disturbance around Labor Day. Meantime, the GFS model, the American model, has a slower, weaker, and drier scenario. At this point, I would say plan on that better chance for rain because of that disturbance at some point between Monday and Tuesday, but between Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, as we're wrapping up this week, sort of more of the same. Nicole?
All right, thank you, Betty. An exotic pet shop owner is searching for clues in several of his animals after crooks were caught on camera breaking into his store. It happened in Pennsylvania. Surveillance footage shows a large piece of concrete being thrown at the front door just before 4 a.m. Tuesday. Moments later, 2 people entered the shop and took 3 baby alligators.
Every single one of them are my babies. I mean, I don't know, I love them to death. This is my passion, and this is what I do. I don't work a day in my life because I love this. Stealing my animals is like stealing my heart. So you don't do that.
Those baby alligators are worth roughly $3,000. They're legal to sell and own in Pennsylvania.
All right, here's some of the other stories we have coming up for you on Local 10 News at 6 today. We're learning more about this monitor menace in Broward. A big lizard on the loose, but now we're hearing it may be somebody's pet.
An incredible honor today for an extended member of the Local 10 family. A royal audience with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex will explain the connection to Local 10.
But first, we're going to introduce you to South Florida. Look at her. She's turning 108 today, and she likes to party. Get ready to celebrate when Local 10 News comes right back.
Hour-by-hour forecasts with Chief Certified Meteorologist Betty Davis. Only on
We'd love to know what
the loop or, you know, the room where
So I take that, and then I have to take it to take this new source, or is that automatic? How does it happen?
no, it's automatic, but you need to still say, because this is how you preset things. Everything on the side of the screen is how you preset, and then you say go live. Okay. Hey, what's going on? Well, the audio looks fine. I don't know. Let me know if you hear anything. It's gonna be I'm gonna be talking forever.
It's still staticky.
That's a terrible speaker you're listening to.
Could be.
Again, we're choosing to monitor
Hey.
something
Hey.
the last possible place.
I know you
Got
want. I know you want.
everything that could go wrong collectively adding up and monitoring it here and trying to figure out what of the 10 steps isn't working.
Yeah.
It's the worst possible way to engineer something.
Well, it seems like it's working at every step, and we're just listening to his computer was low and
How do you know
his
it's working
speakers
every
suck.
step?
Because we're hearing it.
But
That's
also,
all. We
it
just
wasn't
have-
just my computer, because people on Facebook were like, hey, this is really low, this is really low. So it wasn't like just me who was noticing it. So.
I'm not disputing that it sounds bad at the end of the train.
So I guess what we're trying to meet is we're trying to work as a contingency, and you're trying to fix it from the root. No, I get that, but nothing has changed on your end ever since we started.
Breaking news in Fort Lauderdale, a crash involving a Brightline train. So let's get to local 10 traffic reporter Janice Fernandez.
And Nicole, we do have video of that accident, so let's take a look right now. We see that Brightline train. Can't see the car from this view, but we do know it was a Brightline train versus a car. It looks like that may be the car involved there. So this is going to be on Commercial Boulevard and Dixie Highway. Let me show you how this looks like on our maps, because there are delays in that area. This again is going to be Commercial Boulevard right around Dixie Highway. The delays I'm seeing mostly coming as you're heading westbound with speeds clocking in at 21 miles per hour. Louis?
All right, Janice, thank you. A big celebration in Coral Springs today for a major milestone for one resident.
Huge celebration.
Yeah.
She's turning 108 years old and showing no signs of slowing down. We sent our Todd Coggin to wish this young lady a happy birthday and grab a piece of that cake.
That particular one is going to have this set.
It was quite the surprise party at the Park Summit Assisted Living Facility in Coral Springs when resident Tilly Serrera turned 108 years old.
She is a spitfire.
Her family says Tilly is hard to keep up with.
She has a lot of energy, and even at 108, she has opinions on everything, loves a nice glass of wine at night.
Her memory is better than mine.
Really?
Phenomenal, yeah.
And while she lives life to its fullest, she continually jokes about her time left on Earth.
We started at 100 with a big surprise party for her, and she said, this is it, this is my last one. Now we're at 108.
And Tilly had a message about that.
Enjoy life, yes. But now you can't have enough.
You've had enough?
Yeah.
Born in Spain in 1910, she moved to the United States when she was just 20. She moved to Florida when she turned 95. Tilly says she knew she would
Check.
Yeah, I didn't hear that, Jim. I mean, I've been actually working on the deal with Canada, so I have not heard it.
In the hours before the comments, the president was on Twitter calling Andrew Gillum a failed socialist mayor. DeSantis' campaigner-in-chief is likely to do so in person in Florida ahead of November. What happened today makes a few things crystal clear. Number one, how divided this state is in so many ways.
And
Number
I'm going to
two,
talk
that words
over
matter,
top.
how they're said,
And you
how
can
they're
say I'm
intended,
loud
and
or
how
I'm not
they
loud
are
enough
received.
or I'm distorted,
Glenna
but you're not going
Zolberg
to say any of
live
those things,
in,
right?
Orlando today. Local 10 News.
Glenna,
I'm
thank
fine.
you.
Now,
Andrew
I
Gillum
can
was
back
counted
away
out by
from the
most pundits
microphone
as
and
too
my voice
progressive,
gets softer,
and his campaign
correct?
was underfunded.
So at this
but he
point,
still
if you
pulled
had
off what
someone
many are
sitting
calling a
very far
shocking
away from me,
upset. Our senior political reporter, Michael Putney, covered Gillum extensively. He joins us live from the newsroom. Michael.
Lori, this Gillum victory is still sending political shockwaves across Florida, and he wants them to continue right through November 6th. At his victory party in Tallahassee, where he's the mayor, Gillum supporters were beside themselves. Gillum was all...
Not going to work, but I'll put you over top of a tower cam. Okay? So now I'm talking over that, and then I want to...
Father
on
did
the
for a
news, and
profession.
I'm there. You're going to hear my voice go
Regardless
like
of what side of the tracks you live.
And that's what it sounds like over bars.
The American
Now, I can keep
Born
my voice
in
and go
Miami,
I go close
Gillum
to the
grew
mic.
up
Some
poor
people
in
would go
Richmond
further away
Heights
from
in
the
South
mic.
Miami
There's nothing
Dade,
I can do about
but he
that
learned
other
some
than tell them
priceless
where to
lessons
set the
from his
level for their
parents.
mic if they
Between my
want that
mother and
adjustment.
father, they are the best
Again, somebody we need
examples
to have
of
a
hard
hand.
work that I know
so
to this day.
Working on a shoestring budget, Gillum put together a coalition of minorities, young
so at
voters,
this
liberal
point, do we
Democrats,
like
and
the product that's
progressives.
being
He
produced?
got campaign help from former presidential candidate Bernie Sanders, but Gillum says...
There you go. That's the mic. I'm sitting, I'm not on it like I would normally be if I was doing a thing, but I'm back here at like presser level. I'm not back here at, you know, hey man, doing a webcast back here.
What are you on here?
There,
Okay, good.
there is, okay, I'm sitting as I was normally typing. I'm this far away, you know, the mic's right there, okay? I can turn the microphone up, and I could turn the microphone down. If you have a low talker, and then the next person sits down is Calvin, you can't have the same mic level for those two people. I'd be happy to show you where the microphone level adjustment is. Okay? It's on the computer. It's in the web presenter. Okay. So yes, you might have to make an adjustment to that. But where are you monitoring that to make that adjustment properly? Headphones, something like that, we'd have to figure that out. Okay, now here's the problem. All right, I'm going to punch this up.
Elections office was still counting thousands of ballots today. In some races, hung in the balance. Local 10 News reporter Carlos Suarez live now to explain for us. Carlos.
Yes? Okay.
Calvin, these ballots made it to election
Okay, but
headquarters
look,
before the polls closed, so they were counted. Of the 3 races in Broward that were
but
closed,
it's not the worst
only
thing
one
as
was
far as
impacted by the vote.
what we're doing, right?
The 5,000 mail-in ballots were verified, sorted, and tabulated Wednesday.
Right, you would
according
not
to the
talk-
Broward
well,
Elections
here's the
Department.
problem. Are you
the ballots
talking
were
over
picked up at
everything
post
we mix is
offices
full.
or delivered in person.